Hello, Schriever Air Force Base. Chaplain Jordan Huggins coming to you for another installment of Sacred Space. So we find ourselves in challenging times over the last few months. Our nation's being shaken. Life has changed. But in spite of this, I find myself still quite hopeful for the future. So I want to just take a minute to share with you why. So I'm a big fan of live music, right? Pre-COVID, my wife and I would usually go to at least 3 concerts a year. And while, I really love the big performances, right? With the lights and the sounds and the pyrotechnics and the big stages, there's that point in almost every concert where the production is stripped down to just a few instruments, maybe just the artist and a piano or a guitar. And for me, that's the absolute best part of the show, right? It's the moment when you get to really see what that artist is made of without any distraction. And that's what I think this last few months have been like for us, right? Life reduced down. And if we're honest, this has been a bit of a double-edged sword, right? On the positive side, many of us are spending more time with our families, we're cooking meals, we're getting outside, we're working on our education or taking care of overdue projects around the house. But on the other side of that, when life is removed of its distraction, we begin to see things that were once a lot easier to ignore. Right? To use my concert metaphor, a voice crack or a bad note is much easier to hear when there's nothing to cover it up. And I'm sure that many of you can attest, being stuck in the house with just your people hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows, right? Conflict is more frequent. My faults are a bit more apparent. My time management is a bit more of an issue. And I think we see this, honestly, right now in our culture. Will Smith said once, racism isn't getting worse, it's just being filmed. This problem of racism is being revealed with a new level of clarity in a large part because we're taking the time to see it. And that's what I want to encourage us with all today. Seeing and acknowledging our issues, both the good and the bad, is one of the most important parts of our process. And that's frankly been my hope throughout these last several weeks, that we would use this chapter in our history to learn how to take the time to see. That in the hustle and bustle, when life is back to normal, that we would still remember how to slow down and take the time to see each other and the world around us, both its beauty and its flaws. So thanks for taking the time to listen, Schriever. Take care.